All right, so we just finished a day of welding. What we need to do every day is we need to bleed the manifold system. What that's going to do is it's going to take all of the gas from all these regulators and hoses and pipe, and it's just going to bleed it out. We're going to turn off all the regulators. Last thing we want to do is come in, leave something on, have Bob the janitor come in, do some welding, blow this part of the school up. So we're going to bleed it to make sure that all the gas is still in the tanks. Okay, not in the manifold, not in the torch handles. So Logan's just finished. What we're going to do, the big thing to remember, don't do anything until you're told. Now I'm going to be the tank man, so whoever that is, whether it's Brooksy, whether it's the shop foreman / tank man, they're the ones in charge of this. They're going to be trained to do this. So if you put in an application for that shop foreman, pay attention now. I will train you again and again if necessary, but this is one of your big duties. Okay, so we've got gas to the manifold right now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to shut down. So I'm going to shut all valves on both bottles. Good and tight. Don't crank on because you don't need to snap. Just good and snug. So now what that's doing is it's not allowing any more gas from the regulator to the manifold. Whatever's in the manifold is still there. We need to bleed that out. Okay? So now, Logan, go ahead, open your assembly on your torch handle. Okay? Now watch your regulator and tell me when it gets down to 0. What I'm going to do is cut some more pressure in. It makes it a little bit faster. Take a look here. My tank pressure is down to 0, but it's going to take some time to bleed because you've got gas in these pipes and in that line. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Maybe cut some pressure, more pressure into yours to make this a little faster. No, leave your valve open. Valve stays open. Don't close it until I take. Cut some pressure into your section. The other end. There you go. Kind of hear the hissing speed up a little bit. Let's do is give us more gas. You keep going. You keep going. You're fine. What we're doing is we're applying more pressure so as soon as it's pushing it out of the hose faster. Tap the regulator, because sometimes they like to stick a little. You're at 0, okay. Shut your valve. The other shut. Loosen your bonnet screw. Don't screw it all the way out, just get it so it's nice and loose. The other loose. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. I know it's kind of goofy on these things. Okay, feel pretty loose. Now last thing you do is shut the valve on top. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing with the oxygen. Go ahead and open your oxygen valve. I'm sorry. The last thing I need to do as the tank man is loosen my bonnet screw. Okay, so go ahead and open your oxygen valve. Yep, it'll cut. Cut a little more pressure. Go ahead and cut a little more pressure in. Take a look. My tank pressure is where, Brett? 0. So what that's saying is I'm not getting anything left from the tank. It's all coming from the line. Okay, tap your regulator a little. Good. Shut your torch handle. Then go ahead and hang that back up. Loosen your bonnet screw, tighten your valve. And it's especially important on the oxygen to make sure that this bonnet screw is loose. Okay? Because this is where all the pressure is going to be. So it's really important to make sure that this is loose. Could you go grab that, please? Okay, so that's bleeding of the tanks. That's something we are going to do every day. Okay? Both classes, first block and fourth block, we're going to do that every day. So whoever is going to be in charge of that, whether it's myself, Brooks, shop foreman, that's going to be done every day. Don't disappear. Don't make him come and find you. Come here. The first thing he's going to do is come and take care of this. Stay here. Don't do anything until you're told. Don't sit and go, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this and this. Don't. Because it all has to be done in a sequential order. If it's not done that way, it's going to be done wrong, which is going to leave dangerous gas in the lines, and that's not what we want to do. Okay? Real simple. I mean, you guys will just have to follow instructions on this. Not much to do. But are there any questions on bleeding the manifold for the oxyacetylene? Nothing? We're good to go? Okay, well, we'll move on then.